Sorry for the interruptions. The presentation time is only for 10 minutes, followed by there will be a 5 minutes for answering sessions. So all of you are requested to follow stringently this time durations, your time slots, 10 minutes followed by 5 minutes for QA sessions. Thank you.
Okay. So before going into our project, I would like to share something with you. Whenever we are going to bought something like sanitary napkin at a local shop, they used to wrap that sanitary napkin in a paper or a cover. Why?
It's because we are ashamed of it.
Yes. So we need the education over here. So our project is all about sex education.
And technology.
So it is basically body awareness, and it is an essential part of education that is genuine. It is that part of education that the child
The solution of our
as a result, they turn up on the internet to search for those things, and often, and in most cases, they get misguided.
This is our website's welcome.
Lower than that.
After that, we have 4 sections: know yourself, mental health and sexuality, reproductive health, legal and ethical considerations. After that, about us.
So we present before you an innovative solution in the form of a well-researched and filtered content, so that, and which is completely legal. Previously, whatever I mentioned, people use VPN, and that's basically not legal. So we researched the content and placed it in a more like plain format, so that even child and the parents can understand it. So our this solution of ours is basically targeting 3 audiences. One is the children, the growing teenagers who are the future of our country. Second is the teachers who are the makers of the future of our country, and third is the parents.
Okay. So what is the new thing in our website?
Previously, all our competitors just a second, Amaze.org, Planned Parenthood, all these things from whom we have taken resources, they have basically targeted the 2 sections of the audience, that is the children and the teachers. They have not yet targeted the parents, but we know that charity begins at home. So sex education, even for parents, is necessary so that the children get them at a very younger age, and hence it will be helpful for them.
Okay. After that, so after this we have a session, segment of blog and newses. When I was searching about this, I saw article of that was posted at 1868 something. So that was about sex education. So the basic thing is we are aware about this, that this is necessary, but still now we couldn't develop about this. In this generation where our phones are smart, we are talking to our phones, but we can't explain our emotions to our parents, our teachers, our friends. Why this? So this is why we need sex education.
Okay, now coming out the services that we offer. Currently, we are working on a chatbot which will provide 24/7 support for the students, and which is basically free to use. It will answer to all of their questions. And secondly, that we are going to offer is doctor on consultation and health by medical professionals.
Okay. And the last part is about contact us. Yes, this is all about our website.
Now, this solution of ours is highly scalable, as 55% of Indian teenagers are unaware of proper sex education. So we have an untapped market potential over there, and therefore we are thinking of launching this, and we are thinking of earning from this in the form of digital content and copyrights and collaborations.
Yeah, this is all about our website. If you having any questions, you can ask. So, thank you.
But
There is no questions from anyone's part.
you,
I think it's a good presentations with
what's in that?
questions are there. So if you people keep asking questions, then definitely it will boost their morale as well as it will help them to go deeper into the problem statement so that they can find the solutions out of it. In general, whenever we work for something, the basic things that actually missing from us is that without knowing the problem statement, we're always looking to search for the goal, the goal state. So initial concept will be to realize the problem statement because each and every problem has its own orientations. Once we realize the problem, only then we can think about the innovation. Once we think about the innovation, only then we can think about the ultimate step, the ultimate goal of it. So they are still in the process of searching, as in their presentations, they keep talking about, they go through few blogs as well as they go through few newspapers from where they have all those ideas. So it's my request to everyone, after each and every presentations, please keep asking questions, doubts that you people have in your mind so that it will help them to go deeper into the problem statements and come out with more results, more accurate results. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for your time. Yes.
First of all, since this is a very common problem, so for the children who want to like access our website and the chatbot that we are especially designing for the children, we are making that completely free. We are not earning anything from it. That from our main source of income would be from doctor on consultation, that is in the form of commission. Second is affiliate marketing, and the third is any other institutes or any other organizations, if they want to use our content because it is specially curated, we will charge fees or commission on the basis of that, sir.
Through the affiliate marketing and in terms of a commission through the doctors
Yes.
you
Yes.
planned for.
Yes.
Okay. So it is yet to be launched, or I mean, it has already been launched?
No, no, no.
Okay, you're
We are
planning
working on it.
to. Okay, you're working on it. Okay. Fine. Initially to associate the doctors also, I mean, once the website become popular, the doctors normally, or maybe the health professionals, they give their consent to be a part of that. But initially for any website, I understand I mean, you must have done the feasibility study of roping in the different health professionals. So what are the challenges, what you have, I mean, it is there in your mind to when you will launch it? Some challenges in terms of the feasibility of, operational feasibility of while launching. Because unless you don't think of the challenges, you will never be able to overcome with it. Fine, the model of financial revenue model, what you have thought of is fine, because this is the only way through which you will generate. But yes, the challenges in terms of the operational feasibility of when you will start and how you will overcome it. Is there anything, the challenges is there in your mind? Because initially you also know the health, there will be a reluctancy in the initial days. Once the website become popular, I mean, there is no looking back. But yes, initially there is. So what you have thought of, how you will do it, how you will go ahead with that?
Sir, the first problem that we might face is gathering our customers, because when it will be newly launched, people won't know. But since I told that 55% of population don't know about sex education, especially the teenagers, and we are offering it for free for the teenagers, only their content. So I think from that we will get a good range of customers. From that we can start affiliate marketing, and we can use it to leverage the operational cost.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, sir, for your lovely insights. Definitely, whatever advice is there from your part will definitely help them to carry out their future work. Now, may I call ma'am? Ma'am wants to announce something in front of the August Guardians. Ma'am, please come.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Monica Chaudhary. I am the ERO Zonal In Charge. I welcome all of you for this knowledge sharing session. So this is a session regarding innovation, entrepreneurship, and what are these effects in higher education school innovations. So for this purpose, I would like to invite Mr. Amit Kumar Singh, is an Assistant Director in AICTE headquarters. Please come join sir and give some your valuable ideas and issue. Please give a big round of applause for sir.
The computer,
Good
because
afternoon.
unless it's on memory, we cannot
He has introduced me
computer.
in AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education. Actually, after the introduction of New Education Policy 2020, whole ministry and everybody is quite inclined towards the employability of youth and entrepreneurship and corporate affairs type of things. And everything is being done by the Ministry of Education also in the same line. We in AICTE also have inclines towards the this entrepreneurship and innovation. First of all, innovation is not a very new type of concept or very rigorous type of concept, because it was invented as when we are just started thinking and the humanity grew on this in this earth, on this earth. So actually, innovation is such type of thing which is just a modification, a drastic change. Creativity is changed into a definite need and a specification. That is actually innovation. Actually, I'm working right now, I am in Regulation Bureau. At that place, we are framing policies for the benefit of students, overall development of their technical appetite, and overall great contribution for the technical education. In that, we have included this concept of innovation, Institutional Innovation Council. Because this is, we have made a provision that in every institution there would be a council which would have certain type of things, which would have some faculties, students and all, they will gather together and they will think and they will act for the innovation type of things. In the similar line, if you will see the theme or the new education policy's backbone, that is totally inclines towards the employability. And all these employability or everything is behind the conceptual framework. Whatever concept you are giving to the students, how they are thinking. The most important thing we have to develop among the students is the problem identification. Because problem is everywhere, in every step. Innovation is happening everywhere. No innovation is possible without a critical analysis of things and events, whatever is existing or to be analyzed or to be estimated. Every situation is to be analyzed properly, and for this proper concept development, analytical thinking, and a great zeal towards the invention, towards the creativity thing. Because innovation starts from creative thinking. Creative thinking is just thinking what is existing, what is the condition, and where we want to be after a certain time or after the implementation of this concept or policy or technique. So this innovation could be in any field. And the main motto of Ministry of Education or AICTE is to organize such type of events, such type of get-together is to make people aware about all these things, to make the faculties to be more responsible towards the preparedness of the new innovation new innovation skills among the students. Through this method, we may develop such type of environment in which students or teachers or faculties may analyze the present situation, and they may develop such type of model or things which may lead them to be innovator. And this such type of events we are organizing on pan-India basis. Even we are trying our all over efforts to make it more famous, more inventional, more comprehensive towards this. And actually we have so many ideas, so many functionalities that will actually incline the student towards the critical thinking, analyzing, and preparedness of all the whole things. So for this, actually, we have to be very focused towards our curriculum. First thing is curriculum, concept development, testing, and thereafter people will be very, and also the students. Students could be capable of critical thinking about the existing problems and its future solutions, and thereafter such type of innovation is everywhere. If we'll analyze the simple mobile, actually it started a long time in 70s, I think, and in 2010 up to 2010 or 12, up to 2003, in 2000, common people started using this mobile, and slowly it has invented in such a way that today is in wrap condition, and in so many way you may analyze the mobile. So the actual invention is people are doing everywhere invention is occurring. The thing is that we have to be attentive, we have to identify the core concept, we have to identify the need. Just before this, the student was presenting about this, and sir has asked so many questions about challenges and all these things. These all could be analyzed in advance. They would be probably at 90% par, that they may do some SWOT analysis, some type of market analysis, some type of what is the idea, what is the input, output, challenges, and everything they may analyze, and they may develop a great innovative model, and that will lead to success. So we are very much inclined towards the innovation, and we hope that you are of all these things in the field of innovation, and we hope that this vibrant place will definitely give us so many innovators in our country. And that's all from my side. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, sir, for your meaningful insights. We will definitely go by your advice. Now may I call Ajanto Kumari ma'am and Saraswati Rai ma'am for their presentations. Ma'am, please come for your presentations.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are the faculty member of DAV Public School, Hehal, Ranchi, and I am Ajanta Kumari, and she is Saraswati Rai. And we actually belong to ATL school, Atal Tinkering Lab Schools. And so this is our school, and this school is a leading school in Jharkhand of around 150 faculty members and 6,500 students. It is a +2 higher secondary school. This is our ATL lab, where the students used to do something every day. This is our daily activities in our ATL lab. Whatever the classes, there's a routine provided for them, and they are doing the classes in that lab. This is our certificate we got in August 23 for the best ATL school. And one model we are going to describe, and we have applied for the patent through BIT Misra Ranchi, as BIT Misra is our mentor. So applied for the patent. This is the participation at regional science exhibition. Since we are a school, so we have the platform of CBSE science exhibitions, Inspire Manak, and various inter-school science exhibition where we can share our innovations. So this is one of the participation at CBSE Regional Science Exhibition Ranchi, where that second model, this gender toilet public toilet, that is selected at regional level and participated at national level 28 CBSE Science Exhibition. So this was a great achievement for us. And Inspire Mana competition in the last year, 2022 and 23, we applied our 5 models in 5 categories, and out of 5 models, 4 models were selected. One is gender toilet, second one is above head fan for farmers. Next slide. This is actually this is our innovations. As it is the platform for the sharing of innovation, so this is our innovation. One is that is using, first one is rooftop fan for farmers. It is not visible clearly. Actually the farmers, those who do work in sun, that sunlight and everything and this one, so sometimes they are in the trouble. So that boy has developed this one as his father is a farmer, and he saw the difficulties whatever his father was facing. Then he developed the idea if any this type of the fan, and so actually this fan this fan works nahi chal raha na. Okay. This fan works like the solar energy. It is just a conversion of solar energy, but the idea is very good that he connects a solar panel with the fan, and while the solar panel converts that sunlight into the solar energy, then that fan can work. Second what, yes ma'am will discuss about this jet public toilet.
Actually, when the people are using the public toilets, many of the people are not in the habit of flushing them. That is why the public toilets are basically remain unclean, and it creates a lots of hygienic problem like herpes or like various other problems are there. So our student thought of like this, there should be some compulsory flushing system so that the people has to use it. What she did, she has actually connected a solenoid locker. There's a call bell switch that you can see over there. And she has connected a solenoid locker over there. Once the person get inside over there, and after he or she is done, and he want to come out, the person could not come out until and unless because there is a flush over there. And the flush is being connected with the timer switch. So whatever time the person, and there is a quotation written over inside over there, if not flushed, then logged. So person will get motivated to flush it over there, and while the person is flushing over there, that time could be used for opening that solenoid locker. Suppose since it is a technical thing, so sometimes it may be possible that the thing is not working and the person remains stuck inside the public toilet. So there is an emergency system also, emergency buzzer is also there inside that, so that the people can come to help the person and he or she may come out. That means whatever time that is being there, timer is being connected between that lock system and this flush system. So during whatever time the water will be there in the flush, that time will be used up to opening the lock. Thank you.
The third innovation, this is simply using mechanical energy of the ceiling fan to the light bulb, to light up the bulb. Standard 6 and while the fan is running, then the mechanical energy, and that energy can be utilized to light up the bulb through the AR belt. So he designed this type of the model. And the last one, that cycle with dynamo light up, we know about it because earlier there was that headlight is there. But here he got an idea about the mobile charging. And these were the model developed by standard 7th student. And so mobile charging, as now it is our essential part, mobile. So mobile charging, he add up with a small fan. So these four models were selected at Inspired Manak last year. Next. This is the regional science exhibitions in this year. We participated. This is one Krishi Yantra, and it is a multi-purpose Krishi Yantra for the use to for all type of the agriculture part, like harvesting, seeding, everything. So this is the multi-purpose automatic Krishi Yantra. And second one is human life detector. Again, ma'am will share about the idea.
Actually, these two students, they were quite unhappy when, they were quite in distress when they saw some Balasore accident happen during the summer vacation. And they were just thinking like that, ki ma'am, sometimes what happened, people are alive, but since they are under the debris only, they got stuck inside the debris and they are not able to come out. That is why they lost their life. So we should have something like that. So at least the person could be able to know that the people inside this debris, there must be a life inside. So he has made a sensor over there. In this sensor, suppose their bulb is being connected as an indicator, and in this sensor the radio waves are being sent, and when the people is struck inside, there is a science behind this, that if a people is struck inside over there, then there is an adrenal hormone comes out, and because of that the heartbeat is very faster and the temperature of the body rises from the normal level. So because of that, the radio waves are being sent, and then afterwards it is being detected by the sensor over there and the bulb will close. So at least the person, the rescue team could get some idea to have some life sustained over there. Thank you.
Next. And this is a visit trip to BIT Mesa Aeronautical Department, as he has organized this event. So we visited, this is the Aeronautical Department of BIT Misra, and this is one of the rocket model. Yes, next. And this is the Inter-Science School Competitions Science Exhibition organized by BIT Misra on National Technology Day, 11th May 2023. And we received one second prize in one model and one consolation prize. This is Inter-School Science Exhibition competition organized by this Unit of Engineering and Management at Ranchi. And these 4 models we displayed, and overall championship we got. And again, Inspire Manak, this is the second level, state level, that they participated at a state level, but unfortunately didn't get the chance for national level. Last. So our school and our school students are continuously designing many ideas and innovations, and we are participating whatever the field we get. And so thank you very much.
Shoham sir will come and give us a brief speech about it. So sir, can you kindly? Sure sir, sure sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, guys. So I came as a jury, and suddenly these guys tell me, Shoykot tells me to give a speech. A little loss of words. So basically what I do is I work in the field of cybersecurity as a professional for the last 23 years. So I thought, why not combine cybersecurity with innovation? And let me try to give an example of what cybersecurity can do for your career and how you can infuse innovation into cybersecurity as a career. So my name is Shomok, S-O-M-A-K, that's how I spell my name. I'm working in a company called LTI Mindtree, which is part of the L&T group of companies. I've worked in PricewaterhouseCoopers, I've worked in Tech Mahindra, I've worked in Wipro, most of the IT companies. And now I pursue something which is called IT risk and compliance. So within LTI Mindtree, within the cybersecurity business, I head the practice of IT risk and compliance. But I will not speak about risk and compliance today. I'll rather speak about cybersecurity as a career. So I'll keep on moving, just to be close to the people. Okay. Okay. So, so how many of you are aware of cybersecurity as a career? What it can do to a career? What career options do you have in cybersecurity? Any ideas? I just want to make it interactive instead of just having a speech over there. Any ideas what can be there in cybersecurity as a career? What do you have? What are the options available on the table right now at this point of time? For someone who is just fresh out of college, for someone who is maybe 10 years in the field, for someone who is at the age of 60, whatever, at various ages of life, what options does cybersecurity give to you as a career? Any ideas? Any show of hands? Yeah, please. Ethical hacker. Okay, fine. So, someone said ethical hacker. By any chance, the others know what an ethical hacker is? So he's very clear he's not unethical, but he's a hacker, he's an ethical hacker. So what is about ethical about hacking, anyway? But anyway, so ethical hacker is one of the professions of cybersecurity, definitely. Any other thing? Any other guesses? Okay, fine. So let's say about ethical hacking. So ethical hacking is famous as a cybersecurity career option because of various courses which are introduced in the market. That is number one. There is a company called EC Council which has got a course called Certified Ethical Hacker, CEH. So what do ethical hackers do? Ethical hackers basically are people who are authorized to hack into a network. So that's why they are called ethical. Okay. So someone hires an ethical hacker to hack into my network to find out how secure or rather insecure my network or systems are or my applications are. So it's a service which an ethical hacker provides to a corporate, to an individual to check the strength and security of the network and tell him, okay, your network is insecure in these places, so you rather bolster your defenses over here. So now ethical hacker as a profession is definitely exists from the very beginning of your career. Even after graduation of college, even after college, you can start ethical hacking as a career. Okay, and there are people with 20 years, 30 years of experience who are using ethical hacking as a profession. Okay. It is mostly used by a lot of service companies, the companies in the market who provide cybersecurity services like, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Deloitte, Ernst & Young, okay, the big fours, okay. They offer cybersecurity services, so they employ ethical hacking as a service, okay. So they employ ethical hackers. There are also product companies like, suppose say a company like Oracle or an HP who makes IT products, so he can employ ethical hackers to check the security of his product. But I wanted to touch about something which is innovation in cybersecurity. That is what I wanted to come to today because innovation is the flavor of the day. So in cybersecurity, since you said ethical hacking, what would your answer be to my question if I am to ask you what innovations can be possible in ethical hacking as a service in cybersecurity? So ethical hacking is already there as a profession, right? It's already there as a profession. Many companies offer this. So around this profession, what innovations do you think are possible? I think you need to take the mic or you need to speak a little louder. এগিয়ে এসো. So now, what is the innovation angle that you're talking of?
So like cybersecurity, as you said that you are just getting inside one network, or you are breaching a network. But for example,
So can I put it in this fashion that once you are inside a network, there could be an innovation how to remove your trademarks or how to remove your signal, how to remove your, what is it called, your marks, the marks that you leave on the network, so that people cannot recognize that you're inside. Is that what you're talking of? Okay. Okay. So, okay, you can go back. So ethical hacking is definitely one of the commonest professions in cybersecurity, and many of us would have offered it at some point of time. It is also something which many people out of passion do it. There are geeks in the market, there are geeks in schools and colleges who are addicted to computer security for a very young age, and they also know by this time that I can hack into this network. At some point of time, they might have hacked into maybe BSNL or maybe some companies which were offering service in the older days. Regarding many other career in cybersecurity, so in cybersecurity there is something called incident response. So what is an incident? A cybersecurity incident is something, is a event where a breach or an attack would have happened. Okay. A cybersecurity incident, so when a cybersecurity incident happens, a company has to respond to the incident. So when a cybersecurity incident happens, a company has to respond to the incident. So how you respond to the incident, how fast, is the job of an incident responder. An incident responder is one of the commonest professions in cybersecurity. Again, talking of innovation over there, cybersecurity companies mostly based out of Israel. I mean, Israel is a land of innovation, that's all of us know. Netherlands is also a land of innovation. Then Estonia is a land of innovation. There are a lot of startups in Estonia. But Israel happens to be a place of startups in cybersecurity. A lot of companies in cybersecurity, which you traditionally know, have come from Israel. But right now, a lot of companies in Israel are also offering niche services or niche products, innovative products in cybersecurity. Like, talking of incident response, there are companies who are offering incident response, the orchestration of incident response. Because you have to respond across multiple systems. So certain companies in Israel are offering orchestrating all the systems into one single place. That is called SOAR. SOAR companies have come out of Israel. So that's an innovation. Then a lot of threat intelligence companies are coming out of Israel. Threat intelligence are those companies who provide intelligence out of the commonest threats available in the world. So you go to the dark web and you find out there is a threat. A threat could be a vulnerability in your network. Okay. Now, there are a lot of companies who are providing actionable insights on the threat, how the threat has been exploited, on what systems and operating systems the threat has been exploited, when was it exploited, how long was the takedown, how long it took to get up. So innovation in cybersecurity is something which is happening very much right now, mostly in countries like Israel, some bit in USA, some bit in Europe. But the innovation is mostly around places like threat intelligence, orchestration of response, all of these spaces. Coming back to a career in cybersecurity, if you're still interested, I can carry on. Cybersecurity consulting is one of the commonest cybersecurity careers. In consulting, you do professional services based out of audits, assessments. So audit and assessment are against a framework or a standard. Okay. So there is a standard like suppose say NIST or ISO 27001. Many of you would have heard of ISO 27001. A company wants to certify itself against ISO 27001. So there are a lot of consulting services around that standard. So a company would like to know how bad or good I am against the standard. Please make me ready for the standard, then certify for me the standard. So companies like the Big Four, they offer services around the standard. Okay. Talking of innovation around the standard, a lot of their actions are getting automated. So something which we are doing with a lot of help of workflows, Excel files are now getting gradually automated with workflows. Something which was manual, something which was Excel based, something was an email based, now is getting automated into systems with workflows. Okay, so that is an innovation which is happening in cybersecurity. In India, cybersecurity startups are not very large in number, mostly because of the fact that the startup innovation culture in India is not so strong, and cybersecurity is very niche in nature. The cybersecurity problem statements are very niche, and to go into cybersecurity problem statements, you usually have to, the solutions are mostly coming from AI these days. Okay. Now, when I was judging the stalls over here, I saw a lot of problem statements. Like someone had a problem statement, when there's an emergency, how do the federal agencies like Kolkata Police, Fire Brigade, CRPF, CISF, NDRF, how do they coordinate? And how do I build up a platform for coordination of from the agencies? Which is a beautiful problem statement. Okay, there's a fire in the building. First I call up Fire Brigade helpline, which is whatever, 101 or whatever. They come in and then they say we need a ladder, a big ladder maybe. And then they bring a ladder. And then after that they maybe have to call the NDRF. The NDRF guys come in. So the problem statement was fine. So there is a citizen problem statement. But cybersecurity does not touch the citizens. But cybersecurity does not touch the citizens. It is usually a topic which, apart from the normal spams and the phishings, is not a citizen or a consumer-facing topic. Okay, so it's usually a topic of corporates because the attack to a corporate causes a lot more damage. So if I have a laptop at home and I'm working from my home, the chances of my laptop getting hacked is much lesser, because the kind of data that I have on my laptop doesn't have too much of value for a hacker. Rather, when a hacker hacks into the network or a system of a corporate, the data over there is much more valuable in nature, so we can monetize that data. So that is why cybersecurity is more of a corporate issue. It's less of a citizen, it's less of a consumer issue. And because of that, the innovations in cybersecurity are mostly coming from these companies who offer the solution to the corporates. Okay. So as I said, AI is reducing a lot of my problem statements. Like the way it reduces my effort, in many cases it reduces my effort, it reduces my manual effort. It puts more actionable insights to decision making, so it helps or to fasten up my decision making. So as I said, the incident responder is one of the most proliferant professions in cybersecurity. Incident responder, level 1, level 2, level 3, whatever. So when he responds to an incident, the incidents or the events or the data based on which he takes a decision, that decision could be fastened or rather hastened with the help of AI. What AI does is brings in data from multiple sources, presents it to him in front of a screen, and helps him to take the decision faster. So that's why that is a kind of innovation which is happening in cybersecurity. Any questions which you have on cybersecurity as a career, innovations in cybersecurity, startups in cybersecurity, any thoughts on the lines of computer security, IT and network security which you have, we can discuss. Instead of just me going on, we can have an interactive discussion. Is anybody interested? Yeah, please. So I said except for phishing. I say that except for phishing, phishing is something which touches a consumer as an individual. But apart from that, most of the other things are more on the corporate side. See, phishing is a problem which happens to, which is a problem statement for all individuals. But try to understand what phishing does. Phishing actually entices me to go to a website or an URL or something, thinking it is a valid one, and then I make a transaction based over there, or it gets into my system, and it uses pre-stored logins to get into a website. Okay. It does not monetize the data because I don't have data on my laptop, on my personal laptop or on my mobile. The value of my data is not too much that a hacker would monetize it. What a hacker does using phishing, he exploits that monetarily by using the logins of that individual from a banking website and steals money. Right? So whatever the monetary wealth of the individual or the attacked person has, he uses that. So that is how phishing happens. Okay. Now phishing as a problem is a problem for all of us. For all of us. As a corporate, as an individual, phishing there. But when fishers, people who fish, who smish, who wish, wishing means voice phishing, smishing means SMS phishing. So people who smish, wish, etc., when they target corporates, they target the data also, because the corporates have the data, which has got by itself a huge value, a huge monetary value. Okay. Now, coming to his his solutions to phishing, the solution to phishing is purely one thing: awareness. Now, awareness is something which innovation has not too much happened in the field of awareness, because awareness is something which is to be delivered face to face. So that is already there. But at the end of the day, the action on that SMS or that email is yours. The action is taken by you. So I can give you a pre-warning. I can give you a forewarning that this looks possibly a phished email. This could be a suspicious email. That phishing warning I can give you. But at the end of the day, whether you click on the attachment is your decision, right? They are initially they were signature based. Now they are signature and anomaly, learning, everything based. They are based on threat. Now threat intelligence has come into phishing. Okay. Now, what is threat intelligence? People are actually researching on threats, and those threats, the knowledge of the threats are getting into my threat engine, and the phishing engine that I have, it is actually correlating each and every phishing email or a phishing link to that threat and telling me that whether this could be a already exploited threat or not. This threat is already in the wild or not. So correlation is happening in real time, right? But yes, of course. So that is why in the space of zero-day attacks, innovation is even more important, because you don't have the lead time in discovering the vulnerability and putting the solution for the vulnerability. So what you need is previous insights on previous intelligence on the threats to reach a decision within that small space of time. But as I said, the decision to click on the phished email or the SMS is finally yours. So how can I stop that? I can only stop that by making you aware. Okay. Now you could be subject to a lot of enticements. I mean, there could be you could be told you're winning £5,000 a day. You could be winning beautiful pictures or whatever. These enticements are already there, always there. Okay. But the only way I can stop it is by making you aware. Now, awareness solutions are there in the market, corporatized. They have also become corporatized. They are called LMS, Learning Management Systems, which have cybersecurity content. They have got phishing simulation exercises. They have got voice-based simulation exercises. They have got assessment test. They have got training modules based on multiple topics. Okay, the topics could be ransomware. The topics could be a lot of things. So they are topic-based on every assessment. So this become totally corporatized. Individuals do not do that because individuals cannot pay that amount of money to buy a learning solution. Okay, so but the solution to phishing, the solution to stop phishing is mostly awareness. Any other question? Any other real life questions which you have faced? Maybe at some point of time you faced a problem of your check getting misutilized by someone or something like that, or any kind of banking scam. See, cybersecurity, in cybersecurity, here we can talk about the individual or the retail, I just call it retail or the consumer part of cybersecurity, which touches our lives. That is one part of cybersecurity. The other part of cybersecurity where I am is more corporate, where the problem statements are much bigger in nature, and the value, rather the price which is to be won is much bigger, because the value of the data over there. Here the value of the data is lesser, but then if he can get access to his banking transactions and everything, then he can get access to his banking information, which can be exploited for financial scams. Anything else? Anybody aspirant on cybersecurity as a career? You? Oh no, I thought you raised your hand. Okay, I think I'll rest it over there. We can chat outside at any point of time. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you, sir. So now we have the founder and the CEO of Virtual Infocom, a game development company that started in 1998, an associate professor of operations and supply chain management at the University of East Anglia. Sir, Arjit Bhattacharya, to you. Sorry, that's my wrong call. Sorry, sir.
Let me reintroduce myself. Arjit Bhattacharya, definitely the first one was right. I'm founder of Virtual Infocom, which is probably India's one of the first game development company, started back in 1998. I think I'll be taking 15 minutes of yours if I can have a silence, and if there is a form fill up that is happening, I'll be more than happy to maybe wait for that. Is it okay? Okay? Yeah. Thank you. Regarding the full description, I am a jury member of Startup India Award, if you have heard about that. It's run by our PMO's office. Along with that, I am advisor to Al Qasimi family, which is in Sharjah, if you have heard about that. That's a ruler's family. Plus, I consult as a consultant to Asian Development Bank and a few other universities on board as a policymaker. Example, University of Oman, if you have heard about that. Mazan University, includes Duke, others. In India, I serve as a mentor into IIM Calcutta Innovation Park, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Madras, IIT Delhi, couple of many. And somehow in this university, SNU, they felt that they should take me in that Institute Innovation Council. So really happy to be here. Probably I have been asked to share about my life story. So my life story started long back in school days. I used to draw comics. I used to write comics when I was in class 6 standard. And I used to thrown out of my class. I'm so sorry, I think I'm not meant for this, my story session. I usually am habituated in a complete pin drop silence, else I'm sorry, go. From the back and from the front, both. From the back and from the front, both. Can I have a decent amount of respect when I'm speaking? Sorry about this. So I'm coming from a very decent family wherein my mom, she's a public prosecutor. Father, he used to work in corporates as a CS, cum barrister. Mom wanted me to become a lawyer. Father wanted me to become a football player. But I decided that I'll be starting my own company. In 1998, I cracked joint entrance, if you have heard about that. In those days, it was only BE. BTech, private universities was less. I left that after studying it for 1 month. I felt that it will be wasting of my 4 years because I really wanted to start my own venture. So I joined economics honors. Ecostat math was my combination. Started a boutique game development company. Unfortunately, in our country, this culture is not there yet till date. When we started, it was, I don't need a laptop like this. I need this to be connected to the projector, if you want. Yeah. Eventually, I felt that I'll be more than happy to maybe create a couple of superhero characters. It was just out of passion, out of love. Company creation was not that a money-making procedure for me in initial days. Yeah, I was only 17, only had that trade license in my hand, and felt that I'll be creating a marvelous job in this part of the world. So Calcutta gave me a feedback that whenever I was raising my hand and saying that I run a game development company, I used to get a feedback that, okay, fine, you run an animation company. So for all the audience, animation is one way. Game development includes coding, networking, security, database management, a hell lot of things. And animation is just a small part of it. Yeah. But it was not that easy to create 3D games or 2D game. It needs high-end machines. Because I was a bootstrap guy and I decided that I'm not going to take any kind of money from my parents, it was basically a fight. How many of us are from middle-class Bengali family? 1, 2, 3. Rest of you are HNI? No? Okay, super. So when you are coming from those middle-class family, usually in Bengal, it is a discouragement, at least on those days. Incubation centers was not there, definitely. Even the entrepreneur very word probably was not there. I have been treated as a business person and used to had a tagline that this guy has got a grocery shop. Yeah? You understand this tagline? Cool. So that was the tagline that I had. And then I was moving from one part of Calcutta to another part to get some kind of work. Fortunately, I cracked to manage a connection with a Punjabi gentleman. Lot many of you probably don't know, there used to be a movie production and distribution house in Calcutta called Popular Films. It used to be there in Chandni Chowk area, 6A Madden Street. Nowadays, you are calling incubation centers as incubation center, but I met this gentleman called Siddharth Parashar. Uncle is not there anymore. So I had a discussion with the gentleman, showed him a small demo of our 3D creation. He said that, you're doing it in Calcutta. I said, yeah. He said, unfortunately, you're not going to get any kind of work over here. But yes, because you're asking for help, I'll be giving you my office space, maybe a table and a chair, and I'll connect you with a lot of filmmakers. Remember that year was 1998, 1999. Rovi Oja used to produce a lot of movies, and Shapun Shah used to rule Bengali Tollywood movie industry. I'm not sure about how many of you watched those kind of high-level Bengali movies in those times. So we had a discussion with the film directors. We had a very basic introduction. Then they asked me that, okay, can you create movie posters? So from game development dream, it became a graphic designing company. Eventually, we started making website. Eventually, to sustain, I started doing machine assembling, and I felt this is not what I want to do after 1 year. We launched, I shouldn't say we, I launched a training institute in my home. It was my study room. From one student, I got approximate 500 in 1 year. From 500, that became pretty sizable in due course of 3 years. Next 3 years was apparently creating an amazing team, wherein my students became my employees. I hired 4 of them as a co-worker and developed probably India's first PC-based 3D game on racing, not on characters. That racing game got a challenge. Now to put the game in the market, you need publisher. India never had publishers. It's just like movies. You create a movie, you need distributor, you need publisher, you need a full-fledged channel of sales. Game works like that. Yeah? Let me understand my audience. How many of you understand gaming business? Business as a business. 1, cool. 2, 3, super. Probably you can touch this sadness in India those time. If you really want to publish it, there was no publisher. So how will you do that? Chandni Chowk area used to be popular for not only hardware, but for software piracy as well. So I had a discussion with one of the piracy guy to pirate my games into the market. The fun factor is, it's a huge market. Untapped, unstructured. Nobody cross-checked it. So we developed our own game, started selling it in the piracy market. We started pirating our own games. And we started making money. That became a money-making mechanism for us. Institution became sizable. And the next couple of years, I started traveling out of India. My out of India travel probably started in the year of 2006 onwards. We got in touch with a lot of Korean developers, Korean publishers. Eventually, the smartphone boom was coming, and we hopped into it. We have been invited by Intel, we have been invited by Microsoft, Nokia, I can go on with names, Samsung, LG. We started handshaking with all of them as our development partner. From gaming company, now eventually it became an innovation company. We started making products. We made products on Ultrabook. How many of you have used Ultrabook? Till date you use probably our products. You don't know even. It's a white label product that we do. Yeah? We started making products for smartphone manufacturers. In China, Taiwan, Korea, a lot of untapped market is there for Indians, to be very honest. We only know 3 or 4 app stores. I'm sure you know Apple, you know Google, you know Opera, you know Amazon. More than 300 plus app stores are there in the world, which probably you don't. We started collaborating with all of them. We become sizable, and in this room, probably 2, 3 of the gentlemen, they know me from a very early stage of mine. I started mentoring startup in 2008 onwards. Became a part of mentoring board into several different other parts of the world, which includes IIDF. How many of you have heard about IIDF? IIDF is basically a fund based out of Russia. It's the largest VC fund. They took me on board as an advisor and a mentor for their entire program. Have you ever heard about Skolkovo Innovation Center? So while moving the world, I personally connected with several different change makers, movers and shakers in the world. And then 2017, I decided that I'll be creating something which is called a proper Market Connect program. So we launched Entrepreneurs Face as a program for the world so that we can connect them with the market. In a way, somebody X has got a business, they want to scale up from one part of the world or maybe one part of the state to another part of the state. They can do that with our help. We go for a retainer fees and a success fees. That model became successful, at least in Europe, at least in US. With that success note, I'll make it very, very short. My life story is not that really, difficult to make 25 years within 15 minutes. So with that note, we started an accelerator based out of Australia. It's called Co-Innovate Ventures. It's in Sydney. And with that accelerator support and of course with the ministry support, fund support, is the trust that probably I have built so far so good in the market. Lot many family funds, they started trusting us. Lot many HNIs who wanted to multiply their money, they started trusting us. It became a sizable structure for the world. And then just before COVID in 2018 end, we started a global summit. How many of you have heard about World Leaders Summit? Only 1, 2, 3, 4. How many of you know that I'm the founder? Only one in this room. Awesome. That's how Bengal works. So, in a very humble note, we started World Leaders Summit, a 97 plus countries network, wherein we have people like Swati Mandela, like Martin Mongello. Martin is actually chef of our US president. I can go on with names, big names are there. We got all of them on board. We got ministers, policymakers. We started giving back to the world as a Market Connect program in a bigger scale. So from one country, it became a continent. From the continent, that became 5 different continents. And definitely there is no beyond, because I can't have a spaceship and move around the universe. But yeah, in this world, we are trying our best, trying our hard to give back to the community with a great network. We have a program, because I'm in front of the August gathering, we have a program called Investor Roundtable, which we do every year. We choose a particular country for the same. Last year in October, we did that in Ghana. The Vice President came and all the industry ministers along with investors, they came. This year we did that in Dubai. Usually it happens in December. 2nd to 9th of December is the target date. Every year this happens. You're welcome to join if you want to join. It's a pretty sizable structure. And if there is anyone who feel that they have something tangible which can be scaled up, which can be rolled up in the industry, which can have probably a potential for go for a grant or probably go for an investment, we'll be more than happy. We have programs wherein we make business plan, we create projections. My last visit was in Hyderabad in ICAI, teaching around 170 plus chartered accountants how to create business plan for VC funding. So those things are actually happening. If I can be any of your help, we'll be more than happy. I believe in only single word. If you really want a moral of the story, to become an entrepreneur, you have to be trustable and you need to create trust. Without trust, if you raise capital, that's not the success. It's just the starting point of your business. If you really want to become a true entrepreneur, you need to be practically innovator. Anybody can start business. But how you look at that and how you address it, that says a lot. I'll give you a small tips how innovation works. I think I'm done with 15 minutes, ma'am. Done in 15 minutes? Yeah. 2018, I was sharing a very simple concept, which eventually probably you'll see happening from a big corporate. How many of you understand augmented reality glasses? And heard about blockchain technology? 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. AR glass, imagine that you are wearing a AR glass which can understand you better than you. It is connected with your healthcare system, your finance, your everything. And in the back end, the payment mechanism is actually controlled by a token mechanism system, which is powered by blockchain. Imagine a situation, you are driving a car, it's 5 o'clock in the evening, and your glass knows that you usually have a cup of coffee, right? I'm just giving you a small story which is coming up in future. And this glass will ask you whether you want to go for espresso, Americano, or a cappuccino. Choose a short espresso without any sugar. It will find nearby cafe wherein it will give an order on behalf of you. And the payment mechanism is on hold. You drive the car, you go there, you have your espresso double shot. You can consume it on that particular place, or probably you are driving and you are having it, completely fine. It will again ask you whether you are happy with your coffee or not, right? If you are happy, the payment will go to that cafe. If you are not happy, it will give a feedback, this is the change that is required. Until unless you are happy, the cafe needs to update that coffee so that you are satisfied and the payment goes. So this is going to reduce a lot of things probably in near future. So when you talk about innovation, think of such things which is actually coming and which can actually disrupt the market. Thank you so much. And if you have any question, I'm ready to take, if you have. Usually no. Thank you. Yeah, sure. Think like a water. Think that you are nothing and give a reflection. And when you are giving reflection, doesn't mean you have to become a monk. If somebody in front of you is actually probably treating you, giving you 5 as a slap, you should give exact 5 as a slap. That's how you can actually unlearn things. And every day, I can tell you about myself, every day for half an hour, I switch off everything, go to either gym, or I go for my MMA, or I go for heavyweight lifting. That time I don't think, I don't take calls, I don't talk to anybody. That gives me optimization and treat me that, okay, fine, I'm a tiny dot in the universe.
Thank you, sir. So now the next speaker is Kalyankar, sir, who is the co-founder of Predict Business Solutions. Sir, will you kindly?
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll try to wrap up in 10 minutes. I think whenever I look at young people like you, I feel a bit envious. I feel a bit envious because you guys are born at the right time in India. And we are heading for a great time. We are aiming for the 3rd largest economy. We are aiming for a 5 trillion economy. And here is the young people, the dreamers, the doers. We're going to take our country to the next level. So kudos to you guys. I have done my IT industry bit for more than 2 decades. And even today, when I wake up in the morning, feel energetic because I work with people like you. And that's one of the reasons why I mentor companies and I incubate them. Not because I give them great ideas, it's because I get great ideas from them. I call it reverse mentoring. This is where my day is made. Every day morning when I come in and I meet all my team members and colleagues, the things they say, the things they do, the ideas they share with me makes me live for another day. And that's my excitement. And I will just share with you something that I've seen, how the things have changed over the years and how you guys are so fortunate. So when I started my career, and that's long back, and when I look back today, I think there are primarily 4 to 5 factors which has changed the whole world. And the main reasons where the world has changed is because there's terrorism, which wasn't there when I started my career. There's global warming, which wasn't there when I started my career. There's so much of technology, which wasn't there when I started my career. And of course, there's so much of greed across. We all know how sometimes this greed, individual, corporate, collective, social, creates so much of problem in the world. And I've seen how worlds of, the economies have faced meltdowns, it's all because of that. However, when I look at this young generation, I find that you're much more grounded, level-headed, much more ethical, and you guys are doing a fantastic job regarding global warming, regarding sustainability, regarding social impact. You guys always make me feel so proud, and I think I'm very proud to be associated with such people in this country. You know, when we saw these 4 changes in my lifetime, I thought I had seen enough changes until 2020 and COVID came. And when COVID came, things changed even further and changed permanently. And thanks to COVID, for the first time, the whole world realized that work can be done remotely. And the moment they realized that almost every work can be done remotely, they found out that there are treasures of knowledge across the world, which are very good people, and they can actually do the job better than many other people. And that's when India, young generation, people like you, became very prominent and the opportunities started coming. And today, if you look back till 2019 and thereafter in the last 3 years, so many more opportunities have come on our way because COVID has taught us that things can be done remotely, things can be done virtually, and things can be done without seeing each other. And here is the irony, which Orijit mentioned a little while back. He used the word trust. And I will tell you how important that word trust is. Because the more virtual we are in business, the more we don't see each other. You know, today, everything is virtual, right? Business is virtual, relationship is virtual, friendship is virtual. And in this virtual environment, trust will certainly prevail. And why trust is important is because you're going to do business with faceless people. And you will only do it when you know or trust the other person at the other end. So today, when you are chatting in WhatsApp with your friend, you are trusting that the guy at the other end, posing to be your friend, is true. That's the trust that's going to happen. And I can tell you why I'm so excited about that word trust is because this is where India is going to march ahead of some of our competing nations. Because of COVID and because of a lot of other reasons, some very, very powerful nations have lost out in the race, and India has come up as alternative viable opportunity destination because we have democracy, we are much more trustworthy. I won't take much more time. I'll just tell you 2 more things. One, of course, is many of you are going to start your own startups. You're going to go get funding. Certain things that you need to remember. You know, when I was walking through the alley this morning with Kaushik, my friend, the kind of ideas that we found from this young generation is amazing. And let me admit, I would have never been able to think the way you guys think today. You're far ahead of it. And you guys really talk about India's problems. You're looking at India's problems, you're trying to solve them, you're trying to solve them smartly, intelligently, affordably. And that's an amazing thing that's going on. And the way all of you are thinking, not that all startups are going to become, you know, those billion-dollar startups tomorrow. It doesn't really matter. All of you don't need to become that. But this collective thinking, this collective ecosystem is changing our country. And that is what is needed. Today, technology should not remain elitist any longer. It should create social impact. It should reach out to the entire nook and corner of your country. Everybody should benefit out of technology, and that's the idea that you guys are thinking. You're thinking on health, you're thinking on education, you're thinking on agriculture, you're creating livelihood. It's a wow town for us. In this context, let me tell you, when you go with your idea, with your POC, proof of concept, which proves what you have thought is doable, and when you go to an investor, remember 4 things, which is very important. To make a successful business venture, you must A, solve a problem. That's very important. You need to solve a problem. B, someone is to pay for that solution. You know, it has to have a commercial transactionability. Otherwise, you might be solving a fantastic problem, but if there's no one willing to pay for it, then that becomes more of a non-profit initiative. So if you want to make a profitable venture, then B, it should be able to get a revenue. Someone should be able to pay. That's the second point. Remember, when you're pitching your business to an investor. Third, you must create a moat around you. What is a moat? Something, you know, like in old days, you've seen those forts and they had moats around them, which was filled with water, filled with crocodiles. So, you know, when the enemy tried to come in, they could have been stopped. Similarly, you have to fend off your competitors. So your product should be unique or should have something which will create an entry barrier and your competitor will be stopped. So that's the third point that you must remember. And fourth, of course, your product must be scalable. So whatever you do, if you can do it for 5 today, you should be able to do it 50 tomorrow, should be able to do it for 5,000, 5 million, 5 billion thereafter. So solve a problem, someone is to pay for it, create a moat, and it must be scalable. But there is a fifth point. And what is the fifth point? The team. Remember, an investor, he puts in money with your idea, which is fine, and must be commercially successful, which is fine. It must have a moat, fine. It must be scalable, fine. But they actually put money on you. And when they put money on you, they see the team that you have, and your team is most important. So when you are starting a startup, try to create a team with complementary skills who can work together with a common goal. And I'll end with a small story from Mahabharata, just to make you understand how important is team. You know, this pitched war was going on, we all know, and in that war, Karna was facing Arjun. And when Karna fights Arjun, when that war was going on, the whole world, including Shargo, all the gods, they all stopped their activities. They were all looking at that war. And it's like the biggest thing that's going on somewhere, and everybody was watching that, because the outcome of that battle was important for the whole, the outcome of Mahabharata. And what happened was, Karna and Arjun was having a face-off, and every time when Arjun was hitting Karna's chariot, the chariot was going back by 20-25 feet. And then, when Karna was hitting Arjun's chariot, the chariot was going back by 4 to 5 feet. Mind you, 20-25 foot পেছিয়ে যাচ্ছিল রথটা, এর 4-5 ফুট পেরিয়ে যাচ্ছিল. But when that was going back by 4 to 5 feet, Sri Krishna was saying, "What a shot, brilliant." And he was applauding. And that fight went on, and Karna Arjun every time hit Karna's chariot, it went back, it went back, it went back. And Krishna was quiet. But when Karna was hitting Arjun's chariot, it went back by 4-5 feet, and Krishna was applauding. When this went on for some more time, Arjun became very upset. He put down his Gandhi, that's the arrow that he had, and he told Sri Krishna, he said, "Lord, this is very unfair." Sri Krishna said, "Why? What's being so unfair?" He said, "Every time I'm hitting his chariot, it is going back by 20-25 feet, and you're quiet. But every time he's hitting my chariot, which is going back by 4 to 5 feet merely, and you're applauding his shots. I don't understand why you're my side, but why are you doing this?" Krishna smiled at Arjun and said, "Arjun, look at Karna. He's the guy alone in the chariot fighting you out. Look at you. You have Sheshnag in your wheels, which is giving strength to the chariot. You have Hanuman on the top of the flag, giving you strength to hold strong and fight in front. And you have me, the master charioteer and the strategist, sitting in front of you, safeguarding you, maneuvering you from the war, from all the arrows. And despite that, when his arrows are hitting your chariot, it's going back by 3 to 4 feet. Imagine what would have happened if the three of us were not here. You would have been beaten hands down." So that's the importance of team. Remember, in every of your activity that are going forward, the ideas that you have, you need to have the team of Arjun. Otherwise, there are corners around you who will beat you hollow. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So now we have Ronak Adhikari, who is the CEO of Project X Cloud. They will be presenting their project. So Ronak.
So hello everyone. Good evening. This is Ronak, and I am the founder of ProjectX.cloud. So I have a small question for everyone. So is there anybody who hasn't faced, a lag in their computer systems ever, or in the what machine do you use, sir? May I know the machine's name, sir? A specification, sir? You can go ahead. 2 terabyte of GPU. Okay. 128 GB of RAM. Okay. 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 Which generates 120 seconds. Okay, so you might be using a cloud GPU anyway, so okay, you have a server setup, yeah. gaming server setup. I was talking about personal computer setup. I think you misunderstood. Never mind. So we'll move forward. So, this is a very generic problem that everybody in India faces. Okay. So you'd be shocked to know that more than 75% of college students in India are either having a very underpowered laptop or not having a computational device at all. And only 49% of the schools in India are having functional computers. And after the NEP, digital education needs to play a very significant part in the education of the children of India, and this issue hasn't been addressed yet. And apart from this also, computation is a very important part for education as well. So, me coming from a very rural part of West Bengal, I faced this issue all my childhood. So, coming with this pain point when I went to my university, I met all of the students and most of them had the same problem. So I thought of, solving this. So I called up my friend Ronit and we started solving this problem. And 2 years later, we have built Infinity OS, which is a cloud-based operating system that can run the heaviest of applications on any device. Okay. With basic computational, ability, you can run the heaviest of applications on any device. Okay. So the journey of Infinity OS has been backed by Google. We have received $200,000 of infrastructure aid from Google, and we are selected for a Launchpad program at IIM Bangalore. I am a MATI IR fellow at IIT Bombay as well. So, we started off as students who wanted to solve this problem, and we learned the journey of entrepreneurship slowly, and then we had to pivot. We wanted to make laptops that run applications from the cloud. But we understood that it was not a very feasible solution and it was really capital intensive. And then we pivoted to a web-based solution where our operating system runs on the web just as a normal operating system. It functions like an operating system, but it's a website. And, after that, we got all this recognition. We got funded by MATI, we got funded by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. I recently got invited at the North Block Secretariat to talk about this project with Government of India, and we'll be doing our pilot at Labasna very soon. So, that is a small brief about Infinity OS, and along with this journey, we understood that we needed some expertise in the team, since all of us were students who were trying to, build this solution. So, very luckily, the person who built Kubernetes, Kubernetes is a service that is used on the cloud to run microservices. As you know, microservices are very lightweight applications that run on the cloud and are very scalable. So the person who built Kubernetes, Carlos, who is a high-performance computing engineer at NVIDIA, I reached out to him. He instantly connected with the problem statement and he joined us. He has been working 6 months with us, nearly 2 to 3 hours a day without any salary right now. And after that, we put a compelling job post on LinkedIn, and the senior director of HP India, and who has also been the director of VMware for 14 years, joined us full-time without salary for 1% stake in the company. And also the guy who designed Ola Enterprise joined us full-time. He has been working for 4 months without salary right now. So we have just released the MVP of Infinity OS, functional MVP, and are looking for universities and students who are interested to do the pilot with us. Okay, so that is the small brief about Infinity OS. I just want to show a quick demo, because we're running out of time. If you can just play the video. I'll quickly show you. Okay, so adding more onto this, it not only solves the problem for the education sector, but also, it could serve to the corporate sector as well. As we all know, after the pandemic, everybody has been using virtual machines, for security purposes. Just play the video now then. And Infinity OS can cut that cost by a dramatic margin, as all the applications are running independently, not a virtual machine, So all the applications is, suppose you're running an application, it is running. Once you close that, the whole thing gets killed and the app data and cache gets saved at a place. Okay. And then when you restart, we fetch the app data and build that application again, and you just start where you left off. So that's the magic, and that's the sustainability and scalability of Infinity OS. Yes, so this is how it looks. So it is basically a website that is running. Okay, I'm running Chrome, and you can see that I'll be starting YouTube over here, and it has absolutely zero latency. I think it's not on the full screen, never mind. So just fast forward. Fast forward. See, we can play any video over here. So the main challenge was the latency actually. And right now, after the widespread proliferation of 5G connectivity across India, this has become a very, very feasible solution. You can see that, it's very, very smooth. You can, I have also showed other applications, So sorry. So like it was some like we can browse the web, do this, do that. Skip. We can, do photo editing, video editing, or anything we want on any device. Maybe it's your old laptop, entry-level laptop, old PC, smart TV, your tablet. And this is about Infinity OS. If anybody wants to collaborate or do pilot in the universities or want to, connect with us on some other capacities, we can definitely explore our synergies. Thank you so much. I'm available over here. So that's all from my side. Yeah, sure. So money-making process is very easy. So all the applications, as I said, are independent services. Okay. So we'll be having standardized bundles of applications. Suppose there are certain applications, one browser, there are certain, for different type of users, there are different types of application bundles that you can have. And on top of that, if you want to use another application, you can just request for that application, and you can pay for as much time as you want, like for 1 day, 1 week, and you can access that. Since it's running from the cloud as an independent service, and we'll just give you the access under your namespace for that amount of time, and you can use that. Just as easy as that, As simple, and we'll be charging on the applications independently if you make your own stack, or if you just subscribe to one of our, presets of application stacks, then you can pay us from that money. We have our own charges from there. So there are cloud costs and then our own margins over there. So we are looking at a $3 million round very soon. We are in talks with Campus Fund in the last round, and let's see how things goes. Thank you so much, everybody. Any questions? Oh yes, we have also received interest from the head of disruptive tech at IFC World Bank, Ms. Ruchira Shukla. She is very interested. Maybe IFC World Bank can come in when we scale at Series A and all. We have talked with many other venture capitalists who are in this thing right now. Omidyar Capital is helping us. Okay. Okay, sure. Any more questions from anybody? So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Everyone, please head towards the main stage, okay, which is in the ground. The feedback.
Good evening, everyone. Please go to the ground where the event has happened. You can scan the QR code feedback form to get the certificate, soft copy. Okay? Please, thank you, everyone, for joining this knowledge sharing session. Thank you, everyone.